The Amazon rainforest, often called the lungs of the earth, is an expansive, awe-inspiring ecosystem that holds an irreplaceable position in the balance of life on our planet. Stretching across 9 countries in South America, this vast forest represents more than just a collection of trees and wildlife. It is the beating heart of Earth's biodiversity, the most significant carbon sink on the planet, and a vital resource for climate regulation. Yet, despite its critical importance, the Amazon faces threats that could lead to irreversible damage, pushing it towards a tipping point where it may no longer be able to sustain itself. In this script, we will explore the history, geography, biodiversity, cultural significance, and the alarming challenges facing the Amazon rainforest. The Amazon rainforest, often called the lungs of the earth, is an expansive, awe-inspiring ecosystem that holds an irreplaceable position in the balance of life on our planet. Stretching across 9 countries in South America, this vast forest represents more than just a collection of trees and wildlife. It is the beating heart of Earth's biodiversity, the most significant carbon sink on the planet, and a vital resource for climate regulation. Despite its critical importance, the Amazon faces threats that could lead to irreversible damage, pushing it towards a tipping point where it may no longer be able to sustain itself. In this script, we will explore the history, geography, biodiversity, cultural significance, and the alarming challenges facing the Amazon rainforest. The Amazon plays an outsized role in regulating the planet's climate. It is responsible for producing about 20% of the world's oxygen and serves as one of the most effective carbon sinks. The trees and plants in the Amazon absorb vast quantities of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, helping to mitigate the impacts of climate change. Additionally, the Amazon rainforest controls global weather patterns, especially in South America, by regulating rainfall. It creates a water cycle through evapotranspiration, releasing moisture into the atmosphere that contributes to precipitation not only in the rainforest but also in other regions far from its reach. The Amazon rainforest is home to an astonishing array of plant species, with some estimates suggesting that around 10% of the world's known species of plants are found here. Over 16,000 different tree species have been recorded, along with a wide variety of flowering plants, vines, and ferns. The Amazon is also home to massive hardwood trees such as the Brazil nut tree, kapok, and rubber trees, many of which play crucial roles in the ecosystem. The density of plant life provides food, shelter, and medicine for both wildlife and humans. Many indigenous tribes rely on the flora of the Amazon for their survival, using medicinal plants that have been passed down through generations. When it comes to animals, the Amazon is just as rich. The rainforest supports over 400 billion individual trees and provides habitat for roughly 2.5 million species of insects, as well as an array of mammals, birds, reptiles, and amphibians. The Amazon is home to species such as the jaguar, the Amazon river dolphin, sloths, capybaras, and the anaconda. Bird life is also abundant, with vibrant species like the scarlet macaw, toucans, and harpy eagles. The rainforest also shelters many endangered species, including the golden lion tamarin and the poison dart frog. Insects in the Amazon form the foundation of the ecosystem. The forest is home to millions of insects, many of which are yet to be studied and discovered. These insects play critical roles in pollination, decomposition, and the food web. From ants and termites to the renowned bullet ant, the Amazon's insect population is both diverse and vital for maintaining the forest's health. The Amazon rainforest is not only a biodiversity hotspot but also a cultural treasure trove. Indigenous communities have lived in harmony with the forest for thousands of years, developing intricate knowledge systems that help them live sustainably within this delicate ecosystem. Some of these tribes, such as the Yanomami, Cayupa, and Ticuna, have managed to maintain their traditional lifestyles with minimal outside influence. These indigenous tribes are the stewards of the Amazon, deeply connected to the land and its creatures. Their culture, spirituality, and survival are all intricately linked to the forest. Many tribes still use ancient techniques for farming, hunting, and medicine that have been passed down through generations. Indigenous tribes are among the most vocal advocates for protecting the Amazon. Their understanding of the forest, its ecosystems, and the animals that live there is unparalleled. In fact, it is the indigenous communities who have been the first line of defense against deforestation and illegal logging. Recent movements have highlighted the importance of preserving indigenous lands as they are often the most biodiverse and the least affected by external factors like agriculture and mining. One of the greatest dangers to the Amazon rainforest is deforestation, primarily driven by human activities. Agricultural expansion, logging, and cattle ranching are responsible for a significant portion of the deforestation. Thousands of acres of forest are cut down each year to make way for commercial crops like soybeans, palm oil, and other agricultural products. Deforestation not only destroys habitat for wildlife but also disrupts the water cycle, leading to a decrease in rainfall and the desertification of large areas. In extreme cases, it can lead to the forest transitioning into a savanna-like state that cannot support its current level of biodiversity. Climate change is also exacerbating the Amazon's plight. As the global temperature rises, rainfall patterns in the region have become increasingly erratic. Extended periods of drought followed by heavy rainfall create conditions ripe for wildfires, which are devastating to the forest. The shifting climate makes it harder for plants and animals to adapt to changing conditions, and the Amazon's ability to act as a carbon sink is also being compromised. Illegal logging, mining, and poaching are rampant in the Amazon. Illegal miners often set up camps in protected areas, cutting down trees and polluting rivers with mercury. The removal of trees and plants from these areas further damages the ecosystem and jeopardizes the long-term survival of endangered species. The Amazon's flora and fauna are being exploited for the black market, including the poaching of animals for their skins, bones, and other body parts. This illegal trade is unsustainable and threatens the survival of countless species. The Amazon rainforest plays a critical role in global climate regulation. Its ability to absorb carbon dioxide helps mitigate the effects of climate change, while its role in maintaining the water cycle ensures that regions far beyond the forest itself receive the necessary rainfall. Losing the Amazon would mean an increase in global temperatures, a disruption of weather patterns, and the release of vast amounts of carbon into the atmosphere, exacerbating climate change. The Amazon is home to an estimated 10% of the planet's species. If the rainforest continues to shrink, it will not only result in the extinction of countless species but also lead to the collapse of entire ecosystems that many communities around the world depend on. The loss of biodiversity in the Amazon would ripple out, affecting food security, medicinal plants, and the overall balance of ecosystems. Aside from the ecological impact, the Amazon also holds economic value. The rainforest is a source of valuable resources like timber, rubber, and medicinal plants, some of which are still unknown to science. Additionally, the Amazon is vital for the livelihoods of millions of people who depend on its resources. The cultural significance of the Amazon cannot be overstated. It is home to thousands of indigenous languages, traditions, and rituals, many of which are on the brink of extinction. Protecting the Amazon means protecting the rich heritage and knowledge systems that have evolved over millennia. Reforestation efforts are underway in many parts of the Amazon to combat deforestation. These efforts are supported by governments, businesses, and NGOs, who are working to restore lost ecosystems and create sustainable alternatives to agriculture and logging. Sustainable practices in agriculture, forestry, and tourism can provide economic benefits without causing harm to the environment. Companies are beginning to recognize the value of certification schemes that ensure products like timber, palm oil, and coffee are harvested sustainably. The Amazon rainforest is not just a regional treasure. It is a global resource that supports life on Earth in ways that are not yet fully understood. Its preservation is vital for our future. While the threats it faces are immense, there is still hope. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let's keep the conversation going and be a voice for the Amazon.